Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Impact yourself, your team. My God, you're just a creating agency with the need to be unleashed on something.
My new company, Unleash Your Agency Within.
Yeah, that's right. So what's that all about?
Well, the course that I'm running in September that I only got one person to sign up for. That model is basically the 4-week course, right, in a nutshell.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, your color combination is wild. It's just wild. But it's amazing how you carry it through so nicely. Like, how did you design that impact yourself, your team, your business stuff?
I just did it this morning in like 10 minutes before the call.
Where, in Canva?
Canva, yeah.
Good stuff. Hold on. Hello. Look who's here. Come on.
Is that my friend?
Yes, my little friend with a magic sword. Let's see the magic sword.
Wow. Let's see it.
Show
I can't
the
see
magic
it.
sword.
Where is it?
You have the magic sword. They create amazing things with glow sticks. One of the things is, you're so shy. There.
Oh,
See?
there it is.
The handle with the glow stick. Like I would have, yeah. See, I would have killed for that thing. It's so awesome when it glows like at night. Wow.
Yeah.
Thundercats.
That's awesome. That would be awesome at camping.
That would be awesome anyway.
Если я попробовал воду его, если он будет гореть.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's awesome.
That is pretty amazing. It's the things you discover that you never thought you would do. So back to that question. How do you write on that?
There's an effect. I'll show you here. So go into effects, then over here is curve, and then you can curve it any way you want. And then I went into letter spacing. So yeah, it's super easy. It's so,
yeah, indeed. This is so.
it's like it puts the functionality in PowerPoint to shame.
Yeah, and I was also thinking about what you need to do. You need to create a line like to do this in Photoshop. It's a multi-step process.
Yeah. Yeah, like literally. I just made circles, and then I don't know, like this literally took 10 minutes. I'll show you. Here's all my picture design or t-shirt designs.
That's awesome. So are you going to print them and sell them on your website?
Well, I haven't had time yet to explore. Like I only looked up that one company so far, Teespring. So you don't have to do anything. Like there's the service where all you do is you sell them and they do all the fulfillment. They'll print them on demand. They ship them. So all you have to do is design things and find an avenue to sell them.
Do they do they do like drop shipping? So people just order your t-shirt on your website and it immediately goes to them and they just send it to that person?
Yeah, yeah. Like I think they create you either integrate their page with your site or they create a page for for you that you just point people to. But they handle everything.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't make a lot of money per shirt, but why would you? They're doing all the work.
Yeah, I know I know that t-shirt printing business is very popular. I don't know if it's still in vogue, but I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
So
The thing I'm thinking with these shirts, it's like it's really for the coaching community, like people that are into coaching, and particularly into the three principles. And there's a lot of people like around the US, the UK, whatever, but it's the kind of thing like they would buy them for themselves or people that, for gifts or their clients, or people would buy them for them. I don't know. And you could put those designs on t-shirts, phone cases, mugs, hats, canvas bags. I don't know. Like I literally spent maybe an hour or a little more than an hour designing them. You know, that was 8 designs. I got ideas for 4 or 5 more, but I don't know. It just something I got distracted with.
It's
Of course, I have to do this t-shirt design, the UIP
the
logo.
one behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get the blue correct, because the other colors are going to be fine because they're going to be printed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh, oh sorry.
Nice.
Yesterday,
You forgot the episode.
Huh?
You forgot the episode yesterday.
I have forgotten the episode. I'm just uploading it right now. And the reason I forgot the episode is because actually I don't have any excuses. Just one thing after another. My mom left. She went to see my sister, spend time with her kids in Spain, Ibiza.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic. That's going to be fantastic. Excuse me. Oh, these morning allergies are not taking it easy on me. So yeah, and then I went to talk to my real estate friends, who we're having like plans galore as to what you want to do. And it's interesting that when you're sitting and talking about this, you're in your head, you believe that what you have is gold, blah blah blah, but realistically there's a ton of people doing the same thing for a ton of other people.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out, and what will this digital thing bring. Because really, I don't know. The one thing I clearly realize is that if I don't think it's going to work if you just go down the route of, hey, I'm a real estate agent. Hey, I'm a real estate agent. I don't think that that's going to work.
Yeah.
What I was going to also mention about yesterday in sorry, I'm just uploading this here, and I'm just going to upload it to the drive. It's funny how our conversation unfolded yesterday, and funny in a sense that we were just one episode off. So we were at episode 101, and again, two ideas, like two vectors to pursue the next goal. Well, actually, two mutual ones, and then each one of us had a couple of ones.
Yeah.
I remember what happened at episode 50.
I know.
So it's interesting. It's interesting where this is going to lead us. So you got the invite to the Trello board, I'm assuming?
I did.
Excellent.
I added a couple things to it.
Good stuff.
Just
So I created the top card as like a template. So
Yeah.
there's two aspects that I've included in the card is the story, so the upfront piece, or at least something to remind yourself of what that upfront piece is, and then the questions that we would put in a particular episode.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open it up here just to see.
I think more than 3 questions is not practical.
Expensive things make you successful. Questions. Okay. Yeah, so we'll start this on Tuesday, you said?
We'll start this on Tuesday. Yeah, which one do you want to go with? Let me just open the trail.
You can choose.
Okay. Oh, this is a different Trello board. This is it's a great Trello board. How do you switch it? Boards. Story time app. You know what? God damn you and your pictures.
I already had these done, that's why.
Yeah. For sure. I think we start with to succeed, you need SMART goals, because that's going to be a controversial subject.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you're going to lead this off with a story, and let's make sure that by tomorrow I'm going to add a couple of I'm going to add 2 questions that I would ask you.
Yeah.
And you would add like, I don't know, 2 questions that you would like to be asked.
Okay. Cool.
We'll see where this goes. Had a big so one, remember the whole notion of no ads, like screw Google and Bing. I'm just going to do this on the SEO stuff.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, that may be true, but content is still king. I want to share something with you, which I found interesting. Just log in and the right account. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm sure that somebody who would be watching this, who is an expert, would chuckle at the simplicity with which I'm trying to explain this. But Google Search Console shows you one of the interesting things about your website. So how does it perform? Web search clicks, which I guess is great. I don't know. Open report. We're gonna. I want to show you this. I think this is here. Yeah. I'm gonna uncheck all of this. This is the average position of the site in rankings, and you start off very low. So this is actually very short time frame if you think about it. So I'm climbing up to 37.4 average position. And this is, I guess, how I rank in different searches, because when you see the queries, it shows you the position where you're in.
Right.
Now, obviously, top queries, sure.
And what's the target? The target is to be in the top 10? Or
yeah. Target is to be top 10.
Top 3.
Ideal. That's the first page, and top 20 is great. And then the different pages and where they rank, and you can see that everything ranks based on the actual listing. So by virtue of having many listings, you're creating so much content on the page. And there's no search appearances. There's not enough time. But this is, I find it's pretty fascinating as to how this looks. Average CTR click-through rate is 3.1%. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it seems a lot to me for a website that's really started to get traffic in the last 24 hours. From August 24th.
Yeah.
And this is also where your sitemaps go. See, this is a problem. I need to make sure that next time it refreshes, it loads up, because this is the sitemap with all of the listings.
Right.
And if it doesn't see it, then it makes it difficult for Google to crawl. A listing website inherently has way too many pages, so the spiders are not going to go through it. But it's important that they do. That's what I found to be interesting. So I changed the ads. Having spent about $150, I changed the ads to make sure that they focus only on actionable keywords. So no longer am I advertising for business for sale or buy a business in Ontario.
Yeah.
I focused on keywords that would be used by people who want to list their business. So how do I sell my business? Where do I list? What's the best listing? And we'll see how that transpires.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Why? Why are you so down somewhat today? Or at least
No, I didn't sleep good last night for some reason. So I'm tired, but I think I was just thinking about my meeting tomorrow with Jamie all night. I gotta get that put together today.
you excited about it?
Yeah. Actually, he posted a post today on his Facebook group saying, he's rewriting his book and asking people for suggestions of like things they think he could add or change or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, my interpretation of that is like, hey, you know what you need is a companion app. So like it's almost perfect that he's asking for suggestions of things.
Yep.
In the context of trying to pitch him that idea. So yeah. And it's funny because I was going through my deck yesterday that I had built like back in July.
Mm-hmm.
And because the data isn't great in terms of all the data, the analytics on the app basically indicate a smaller percentage of the people that volunteered to participate using it than I would like. And then the how I would classify their usage is more like exploratory versus actually using it the way it's intended to be used. Like they were just checking it out. They didn't actually ever engage with it fully. So I'm just trying to figure out how do I position the conclusions of the data to be somewhat favorable. So, but I think I got to focus.
You want to fiddle with the results.
Not fiddle with it. It's just how do you frame it, and how do I focus? Because the focus is less on the analytics in this case, and like perfect scenario is you would the analytics would be like overwhelmingly positive.
Yep. And
you would just go, look. I mean, you can't argue with these numbers.
Yeah. It's a sure thing.
Instead, the numbers are like, I don't know. And so then I have to rely more on the quantitative stuff of the survey answers I got and the interviews that I did. Mm-hmm. So that's what I gotta focus on, just to have the best way to frame all that up. And really, it's funny because I want to spend less time kind of talking about what happened, more time about talking about what could happen in the future. Like, is this, is he just, I don't know if he's just humoring me.
I took your money, so at least I owe you a conversation.
Well, yeah, some kind of just kind of maintaining our relationship and stuff, or does he actually think there's something here? So that's what I want to kind of get a sense for too.
Interesting, yeah.
So anyway, I think to me, there's lots of opportunities here, and I think the big thing I got to sell him on the idea is that it really doesn't require any effort really on their part. Like, this is not a make work project for him. This is just give me permission to leverage what you've already done and what you already do.
Yep.
And turn it into something. And so like his part of it is just keep doing what he's doing and post. He'll have to do some posts and stuff to get people onto it.
Yeah.
But it really shouldn't be a lot of effort on his part.
And that makes sense.
Anyway, we'll see how that goes. It's funny, I'm still kind of getting over the I don't know if it's like celebrity status kind of thing.
Say more.
Well, it's like when you there, I have this, like, you get this thing about like, this guy's a big deal, like he's an author and he's you know, in the coaching world, or at least from what I can tell, he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
So there's like an intimidation factor that I'm reminding myself to get over. That's just bullshit in my own head.
Oh, you mean like when you talk to Jamie?
Yeah.
I see. I thought you were talking about yourself as like your celebrity status, and that was
No,
interesting what you were talking about.
No, just that it's like, you know, you just, it's just a weird thing. And I don't know what your sense was with the person that did your course, if she had this persona of being like a big personality, but it's kind of like, you know, it's like meeting Oprah or something, right? It's like, oh my God. Anyway, and it's funny because I was listening to some more. Most nights before bed, I like listen to different recordings that I have access to, and I'm kind of internalizing like advice that he's giving people for enrollments and selling in a way that, like, okay, so I should approach this conversation with him in this fashion, because that's kind of the way he instructs people to do it, right? So anyway, it'll be fine. I know. I mean, the biggest thing is just trusting yourself and going with the flow.
Yeah, I believe that is the truth. Going with the flow. You know what? It's one thing is that always interested me in talking to people who have been successful in what they've done is just like you were like, see what I'm trying to say is you were coming to Jamie and saying, Jamie, no skin off your back. I understand and I fully believe, I mean, it's hard to communicate, but I'm bought into what you're trying to teach and how you're trying to teach. And I believe it's really, really valuable. So in that spirit, in that spirit, I am trying to, I guess, help. And here's how I'm trying to help. I propose we do the following, and it will require little to no of your effort. And here's the benefits. So how was that seems so straightforward. So do people at one point in time lose interest in all of these side projects because they have so many other things on the go?
Yeah, well, I think it's I don't know. It's funny. I've been thinking about. I don't know if you ever seen. They used to be called poppers. They're called brogies now, I think, in the stores. But at Sobeys, we launched. It was basically a machine that goes into the bakery.
Yep.
And you put in this. It's like a granulated wheat, basically, and it goes into the machine, and it pours like a spoonful size into a thing, and then it uses heat and compression, and it spits out a disc that's about 5 inches wide.
Okay.
And it's like it's a replacement. It's a replacement for like for bread, basically. It's a low calorie. It's like a rice cake almost.
Okay.
But it's made of wheat, and then they had one that's made out of corn. But it's like these guys, I remember these guys, they had a meeting with my boss at the Sobeys office, and my boss goes, "Oh, these guys came in to show us this product. I need you to come into this meeting." I was like, "Oh, great." So I go in and I'm like, "What the hell is this thing?" Right. And it was all the theater of how it produces, and it makes a big noise. And I don't know, it's kind of a cool thing. Anyway, normally I would have said, like, I'm not interested. Like, this is out of my wheelhouse. But I don't know, whatever it was, I was like, yeah, okay, let's put it in 6 stores and test it. It was our number 1 selling item in the bakery.
Really?
Yeah. And it was making like 60% margin. But it was just one of these, the moral of the story there is, like, when there's no skin off your back to try something,
Yes.
just try it, because you might get surprised. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's kind of. So does anything change with success?
Yeah.
Does I mean, I
What
understand.
I'm thinking is, like this conversation's been very helpful, because it's really, I think what we just talked about boils down to the notion of, this is a no risk, low effort opportunity on his part.
Yeah.
Like, there really is no reason not to do something.
No, absolutely no whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's, so it's kind of like, I mean, the one thing that can be getting in anyone's way to make a decision is, one, I don't know you.
Yeah.
So I don't know you, and why should I trust you? That's
Yeah.
one thing. And 2 is, I don't want to spread myself thin.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things on the go, and I can't keep my hand on the pulse with everything.
Yeah.
I guess that could be one approach.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, this is off on a tangent, but like, recording I was listening to yesterday, we were talking about like perfection and editing stuff and whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, so it ended up being like an hour and 25-minute call or something that was recorded. And like, halfway through the call, Jamie's like, "Oh, hang on a minute, I got to go to the loo." And he like leaves and goes to the bathroom, and like 2-3 minutes later, whatever, comes back. And in the meantime, a couple people that are on the Zoom call, they just start having like a side conversation.
Yeah.
But like, there was no editing, no nothing. Like, that was just like, it literally, here's the Zoom call, it's recorded, publish the Zoom call.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like a hilarious example of like the lack of needing it to be perfect, to be of value, and to be commercialized.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like listening to it and laughing last night.
It's there's a sense of comfort that people have, I guess, with themselves, that not to worry about, look, I need to go to the loo. That's just a bodily function that everyone else experiences.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think we've exhausted today, so let's get working on that. Have some rest. Don't stress over it, and fingers crossed it's going to be the next big thing for you.
Hope so. All right, man.
Talk to you later, Greg.
See you
And the
tomorrow.
file's up. Yesterday's file is up.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Bye.